imagine spending millions to build a custom alpine home, only to be hit with this totally bizarre legal requirement.
That your house has to be completely invisible.
Right. Invisible to the Deep Space Telescope next door. So, welcome to this deep dive. Today we're looking at Dalman Architects' bunker house in New Zealand's Mackenzie Basin.
It's quite the project.
It really is. Our mission today is exploring how these, extreme environmental rules forged a 145 square meter concrete house that effectively just disappears into the landscape.
Yeah, and what's really fascinating here is the location itself. The site sits right inside the Aoraki Mackenzie International Dark Sky Reserve.
Which is right next to the Mount John Observatory, right?
Exactly, right next door. And because the researchers there are studying, distant galaxies, the municipal regulations mandate absolutely zero upward light spill.
Zero. Like not a single lumen.
Not one. You literally cannot emit a single lumen of light pollution into that sky.
Okay, let's unpack this. If they can't let light spill up, they must have had to, recess the windows or cap the roof in some extreme way to trap the interior glow.
Well, that's exactly what they did. They oriented the main glass facade toward the northwest.
Okay, so pointing it away.
Right, aiming it entirely away from the observatory arrays. And to trap the glow, they extended this thick, cantilevered concrete overhang right past the glass. It basically acts as a physical baffle.
Oh, so it's like pulling a heavy visor down over a flashlight so you don't blind someone standing above you.
That is a perfect analogy, and the back of the house is actually buried straight into the hill.
Wait, literally buried?
Literally buried. And to get natural light in there without leaking artificial light out at night, they use these clerestory windows.
Oh, I see. They follow the natural slope of the earth.
Right. Daytime sun comes in, but at night, the surrounding soil just blocks any light from escaping upward.
Okay, but burying the house solves the light problem, sure. But doesn't that introduce a totally new nightmare? Like, you've got thousands of tons of wet, freezing earth trying to crush your walls and flood the interior.
Well, it's a huge engineering challenge. I mean, underground construction is essentially just a battle against hydrostatic pressure.
Which is the force of water pushing against the structure.
Exactly. So instead of traditional framed walls, they poured a continuous, seamless concrete shell. They used a hybrid of precast and in-situ board-formed concrete.
Which makes it incredibly strong.
Very strong. It regulates the severe alpine temperatures like a thermal battery, and it gives water practically zero cracks to seep through.
Looking at the floor plan, it's an incredibly basic straight line. And my first thought was, well, if you're building a luxury custom home, why not a more complex shape?
Right, you'd think they would want something a bit more dynamic.
Yeah, but if you're trying to keep water out, every corner or change in direction probably becomes a weak point.
You nailed it. In hypogeal or underground construction, every single turn is a localized stress point where the continuous waterproofing membrane could fail.
Oh, wow. So a corner is literally just a place for a leak to start.
Exactly. Keeping the layout completely linear minimizes those structural joints. For anyone managing a complex project, it's a great example of how constraints dictate design. The simple layout isn't a lack of imagination.
It's a structural survival mechanism against moisture.
Spot on.
That makes so much sense. But that simple straight line layout is actually hiding a pretty wild logistical feature at the back.
Oh, you mean the flex room?
Yes, there's a flex room. I think it's currently set up as a third bedroom, and it has a silver door. And that door is prepped for stage 2 of construction, which is, get this, a subterranean tunnel connecting to a future underground aircraft hangar.
And a grass airstrip up the hill.
I mean, how cool is that?
The arrival sequence is going to be remarkable. Landing a plane, walking through an underground tunnel, and stepping straight into a timber and concrete living room warmed by a log burner.
It's like a high-tech James Bond lair crossed with an eco-friendly alpine retreat.
Totally. And it also clears up a common media mix-up regarding the name bunker house. People frequently confuse this property with Chris Tate's coastal bunker house up in Piha.
Which highlights how the word bunker has developed two totally opposing meanings in modern architecture. The Piha house is this cantilevered sculptural monument.
Yeah, designed specifically to be seen.
Right, a fortress showing off.
Whereas Dalman's design embodies the other definition, a true hideaway engineered to disappear. The landscape camouflage is the entire point.
Which proves that limitations aren't roadblocks, they're the ultimate design drivers. But here is a puzzle to leave you with today. We just established that in underground building, every single corner is a critical moisture risk. which forced them into that ultra-simple straight-line floor plan for the main house.
Right.
So if that's true, how on earth are they going to safely engineer and waterproof a massive subterranean aircraft tunnel tying right into that structure for stage 2?